What's up, Dragon Brood? Oh, today is going to be a lot of fun. One, because I actually slept after not going to bed at like 4 in the morning. Lots of stuff going on trying to set up new electronics, and it was a pain in the butt. But that didn't stop me from getting content out for you. So today you get to enjoy some action from JUND Dragons. And this is basically a JUND build with lots of mana and a lot of dragons because, well, I called it JUND Dragons, and it'd be weird if it didn't have JUND stuff and dragons. It'd be like false advertising or something. But anyway, I think y'all are really going to dig this, and there's going to be some pretty exciting games because we're playing dragons, and dragons have to be exciting. Okay, I lied. I guess dragons don't actually have to be exciting, but you know, they should be. Also, remember, if you are a member of the channel, be sure to go check out the poll that we have up. We need you to vote and get ready for some content coming soon, y'all, with alchemy. I am going to spend my resources to build some alchemy stuff, so y'all don't necessarily have to right out of the gate. But, you know, keep engaged. Let me know what you want to see from alchemy, any type of builds, any cards stand out. Also, on Tuesday stream over on Twitch, 9 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be talking about all the alchemy stuff that's previewed to that point because we'll only be about a day and a half away. So we're going to see what ideas we come up with from that. So if you want some extra alchemy content or at least get a peek in, don't miss that stream. I may actually try to record it and get it up here on YouTube, but we'll see. Anyway, the deck list, because that's what y'all are here for. So we're starting with 4 Shambling Gas because, well, this card's just versatile, and a lot of times getting the mana, or the treasure, I should say, is actually going to be pretty beneficial to us, so we're going to go with that. Jaspera Sentinel, y'all know all about this by now. Now, interestingly, we are playing 3 Snakeskin Veil, because though we are focusing on offense, we wanted a few defensive cards, and the more I thought about it, one of the best cards right now for these types of decks is Snakeskin Veil. Right? It's good against the Is It Epiphany decks because some of their main defense is Fading Hopes and Divide by Zero. If you're playing against the mid-rangey decks, whether that's, you know, just mono black or black white, they're using a bunch of spot removal or whatever, which is good. Also, even let you surprise protect a creature if they try to do Xaxes on removal with Meathook Massacre. Done that before. So this is filling a lot of spots. Hell, even against the white aggro decks, this keeps you from getting something exiled, right? So this card, it's enough that I've considered playing a 4th copy. If I could cut a card from here and add one, the next one would be a 4th Snakeskin Veil. Just saying, don't underestimate this card. It's huge in this list. Deadly Dispute. The biggest thing here, and this we've talked about this on a past build before, is like the best thing we could probably do is turn 1 Shambling Gas, turn 2 Deadly Dispute, right? This gives you the opportunity to go into that next turn set up to have 5 mana and really do some big things. So you're really looking for 2 types of plays, right? You either want to have Jaspera Sentinel with Magda or Shambling Gas with Deadly Dispute. Those are the 2 best starts you could probably have to set you up. Now, you can still play other starts that are fine. Don't mulligan just for those, but saying if you get those, you're supercharged. Then we're playing 2 Valky, God of Lies. Now, I want to say this. Don't be afraid to use this card early because just getting the information for what cards your opponent has and what you need to play around can be very important. So if you need to, do it. Especially against creature decks because you can take away a problem card early. Especially if you're on the play and you can get like their Luminarch Aspirant or something. Or maybe you can take away a Troll, you know, like before their turn 3. Like there's a few different things you could do with this card that are still very good in the early going. So yeah, go for it. Dragon's Fire. We're playing a lot of dragons, so it only made sense to play it. Because especially when you can shoot stuff for like 4 or 5, 6 mana damage, seems good. We just talked about Magda. We all know about that. And then we get into the pile of dragons. So we're playing 3 Moonveil Regents. And the thing about Moonveil Regents, don't forget, it basically has a hidden mode on it of when it dies, you get to deal damage for the number of colored permanents you still have. A lot of times you're going to be dealing 2 or 3 damage when this dies. So you can block and kill something and then take something else out when it goes away. So yeah, keep that in mind. That's actually very important. I think people forget about the damage aspect of this and just remember the card drawing portion. Immersturm Predator. Card's just damn hard to deal with. And we have a bunch of small creatures that late you're happy just getting rid of. So yeah, we're playing this. Goldspan Dragon. We all know how good Goldspan Dragon is. Fantastic. And Goldspan Dragon also allows us to get to Inferno of the Star Mounts. And Inferno Star Mounts can't be countered, which is also very good, so keep that in mind. But a lot of times you're able to haste, attack, hit stuff for 8, 9 damage, 10 damage by itself, and that's going to be enough to get you there. And don't forget, all these things that can generate treasure as well can be used alongside Magda. So, Shambling Gas, Deadly Dispute, Magda herself, Goldspan Dragons, like you can get to 5 treasure and then actually just get a free dragon as well. And when your dragon is an Inferno of the Star Mounts, you get that for free and then get to use all your red mana. You can do a lot of damage. So you're set up to do a lot of stuff here. Then the rest of the way, our mana is just a mishmash of a bunch of stuff. We got swamps, 2 mountains, forest, 4 Blightstep Pathway, 2 Haunted Ridge, 4 Darkboar Pathway, 1 Deathcap Glade, 4 Cragcrown Pathway, 4 Rockfall Vale. And you're probably asking, like, why not more Haunted Ridge or blah, blah. One, we wanted to have some basics we could go get because a lot of people are destroying your land and letting you go search for a basic. So you want to have a few things to go get so you don't fall behind. But the other thing, too, is we don't want too many tapped lands early. And we're already playing 7, and that's a pretty good amount alongside all this other stuff, especially since we do have actual turn 1 and 2 things we want to be doing. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have some of these others, I think it would be fine to supplement them with a couple of basics. I don't think it would be horrible. This just gives you more flexibility to not have to worry about how you're using your mana as much. But, as always, we're going to play the games. We'll talk about any things we want to change or update. And then at the end of the video, we'll have a fun card spotlight for you, as usual. I'm going to keep this one, hoping to draw an untapped land to go alongside what we have. Well. We didn't get the land we wanted off the top, so that does complicate decisions. I think I'm going to do this, and we'll just play Jaspera Sentinel and a Shambling Gas next turn, I think. And that at least opens up some options for us. Not a lot, but some. Oh, well, they're on the same plan we are. That's no good. And they definitely got a better start than we did. Alright. Yeah, I wish I would have known I had another untapped land that turn 1. Having this or being able to play like this and then Magda would have been a lot better. Now I assume they either get to play their Immersturm Predator or some such here, or they're... Oh, they have white mana too. Or they're going to kill our Jaspera Sentinel. Either would make sense. I seriously doubt they're going to kill our Shambling Gas. Though I would love that if they did. Getting an extra treasure could be pretty big for us. Nothing. Really? Well, bad for us. We ended up not drawing anything. So I guess the play now is just play Magda and then leave up Deadly Dispute. I mean, that's not great, but if we play the Magda, then our Jaspera Sentinel dies, and then we get nothing, pretty much. But I don't think we have much choice. I think that's kind of all we can do here. Since we didn't have land. Alright, they let it stick. I'm a little bit surprised. Alright, I guess we just let it ride. I mean, because I don't even want to attack and have to kill their Kalain. I'd rather just have the treasure at that point. But here, it's kind of a decision on what they decide to kill. Might be Jaspera Sentinel. Which is also possible. There's an argument to be made. I should have done that anyway. So that way I could draw a land and then just play the land on this turn. Oh, they're just going to unexpected windfalls. They're just going all the way up. Oh, no, I think the opponent sees exactly what we're doing, but they have other plans in mind, because now they have a lot of mana. I mean, they're going into this turn basically being able to have 6 mana if they've got a land. And with 6 cards, it's a pretty high possibility. So I would think that's what they're setting up for here. Land into something good? Or 2 of something, possibly? Okay. We actually don't hate that too much. It's not great for us, obviously, but Then we get to sack. Doesn't really matter what we sacrifice here, I guess. Get treasure. Oh, plenty of lands. Alright. Now the question is, do we try to just Goldspan Dragon? I think we do. Unless we just draw something amazing off the top. I think Goldspan's probably going to be the way to go. They could have tried to Velomachus maybe on the next turn. Velomachus is 7, I think. Alright, I say we just go for it. Now we have lands in hand to do a bunch of other things on the coming turn, so why not? In the turn, I'll wait to use this, because if we don't have to fire off anything, I'd rather wait. For something like that, as an example. Sure. Have us each sacrifice a creature? Love it. Choose a dragon I control. I only have one dragon. Alright, so for having such a terrible start, we're slowly, kinda, sorta piecing something together here. Just doing this first, so I have something on board to sacrifice to the Predator when we finally play it. We're not just running it out there alone. They also got stuck on mana. They generated a lot of treasure, but didn't have anything else to go with, it looks like. So now it's a matter of how bad do they want to deal with our Magdas. Since they know we also kind of got stuck on land, and they don't know if we have others in hand or not. Which I wouldn't blame them for killing a Magdas, seeing how this game played out, honestly. Alright. I could attack, trade, play another Magda. But I don't know how worth it that is. Because if they do have a land, it allows them to play like Goldspan Dragon as a 5/5, which would be annoying, but meh. And if I attack, I have nothing unless I use that treasure to just play another Magda. So I'm probably just going to pass here. Because if I were them, unless I was really trying to make a 5/5 or a 6/6 this turn, I would trade for the Kalane. And it would just put me in a bad situation of having to choose. Whereas next turn, I could sort of do the same thing and then just replace it with still a little more efficiency there. But they are playing white, so they could have something to just exiles it or who knows what. See, you know what's going on here? This is a setup for, like, Meat Hook Massacre. That's what this is. The funny thing is, though, see, if I thought they didn't, if I was sure they didn't have any more mana in hand, then I would go ahead and block because I could still sacrifice the Magda to the Embersturm Predator and make it a 4 toughness, so they wouldn't be able to kill it. But I think we block anyway. And just say, cool, show me what you got. Because if they have it, great. Like, still fine. Because then they're tapped out. They're using their treasure. So they do have exactly Meat Hook Massacre. We're still at 3/3. This is only going to be a Meat Hook for 2. But we do have a damage already allocated to us. So might as well sack this anyway. Because it was going to die. So why not? We'll remove Enrica. Because that's probably the most problematic card. Ooh, nice. Nice. Way to go, deck. Way to go. Put the pedal to the metal now. And they've only got 3 lands. I will go ahead and play this. So if I have to sacrifice something, I can sacrifice the Magda. Alright. That's a hell of a comeback from being stuck on mana for as long as we were. I'll take it. Opponent's deck's kind of wild. It's a so much removal. Alright. Yeah, we keep it. Don't get to do anything too crazy here, but why not? This is a cool pet. What does he do if I click on it? He just flexes at me and waves. It's actually kind of a friendly pet for looking so scary. Like he's like a lava demon or something. He just like growls and waves. That's kind of cool. Alright, we do need a black mana still here though. Alright, that sort of solves our problem. Yeah, okay. I mean, they're playing green, unless they're playing like green-red or something. It's like, whatever. Just run those out there. Okay, wolf. Alright, so right now I have access to 4 mana only. We need our Shambling Ghast to die. Alright, here's an interesting thing here to note. Like, we could actually Snakeskin Veil our Shambling Ghast, so it deals 2 damage and then we get to kill the... If I do this to say... We actually need this, sadly. Because our plan here is to block with the Shambling Ghast. Alright, now hopefully they don't have another fight spell. Okay. Dragon's on board. Do we want to use the treasure? I think we... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to replace the treasure anyway. We can get more damage in here. Alright. Bonus down to 13. Now they can fight a Goldspan Dragon. And we play the other one. And then we just see what happens. Though for them this might be... Oh, Oddity. I was going to say it might be a Chariot turn. But Oddity is kind of scary here. Putting us at 13. A second Oddity doesn't kill it. Oh, does this end the game? It does. Xaxes. Look at that. That's one way to get over on mono green. Boom. All of it. My creatures are bigger. It was a bad research night, if you will. This hand's not great, but we're going to keep. I mean, we have to find a way to get to more mana. I would have really liked to have played that Shambling Ghast turn 1. Aw, where were you? I would have gladly played you. Alright, pack leader. This becomes a little bit interesting now, doesn't it? Because we can... I guess we just do this. I feel like if I'd have done that last turn, I would ended up having... I would have had to tap 2 to play the Magda. I would only be able to get 3 mana still, but I'd be able to set up a treasure for this turn, which would have been a pretty big deal. So maybe it was a mistake not playing the Despair Sentinel. Alright. Well, either way, we're going to pass and hope we survive. Maybe they just play Troll here. That'd probably be our best case scenario. Yeah, no blocks. So that's what it looks like they're going to do. Yep, had a Troll. That would have been okay at some point previous. Oh, boy. Man, this did not come together. So we could make a black mana to play a Shambling Ghast, and then we could still have access to a Dragon's Fire. I don't know how I feel about that. It's weird. I feel like that still might be our best play, though. So, all right. Just to unlock the next couple of turns, unfortunately. I mean, don't get me wrong. We could still, like, play a Immersturm Predator here, which might still be right. I guess I'm willing to do that. It's going to be really hard for the opponent to get rid of this. And if we end up double blocking, we could just sacrifice the Shambling Ghast anyway. So sure. Why not? Only thing here is they could actually, like, Blizzard Brawl the Immersturm Predator, so I have to tap it. You know, that sort of thing. But, you know, if so, we just take the damage and live with the consequences. And then we try to start taking over next turn. Alright, Chariot is actually not bad for us. So that means the opponent's not doing real problematic things here. Now the only question is, do I want to sacrifice the Shambling Ghast anyway? Knowing that we can already play the Goldspan Dragon. We can... This is going to be a real race to the finish here. This is going to take some thought. Because also by growing the Predator, we give ourselves an opportunity to kill this or something bigger with a larger Dragon's Fire. So, yeah. I think I want to do that. If I regret having a blocker later, so be it. Plus, whenever we play Goldspan Dragon, this will generate additional treasures. Submit 0, I guess. Doesn't really matter that that's in our yard. Okay, found another land. So that allows us to do everything we want to do. We could save these for blockers if we feel it's really necessary. Or we could use them and then also get this down. So many choices here. And I have to assume they have either Snakeskin Veil or, like, Inscription of Abundance or some such here. That all makes logical sense. If we tap this first and we get another treasure, we use the red mana plus that. Then we attack with the dragon. That generates a treasure. But then we have no blockers. So we'd kind of be... Well, we'd have this as a blocker. Then we're kind of all in on the Dragon's Fire. But having this as a blocker could also bait the opponent into trying to kill it, and then we could respond with the Dragon's Fire. So I'm willing to go on that limb. That is a little bit questionable, I do admit, but it also puts us in a position that if we don't die here, we possibly just win next turn because of our flyers. No need. Because that's going to do 9. Opponent's going to go to 11. I mean, we can even just block with our Moonveil Regent, honestly. Depending on how they attack, of course. Alright, it's going to be really, really close. Let's see what they got. Because they could also just have like 2 or 3 ground creatures, so we can't get through with our little duders there. So who knows what's going to happen here. They're activating Chariot, so that's going to be 1 less attacker. And this is also a thing too, because now we can't really shoot the troll, because then they could just turn into a thing and then reanimate it, or put it back into play, then they could copy it. Alright, Ranger class, sure. Pumping Ranger class. So then we can't die here, right? That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, no blocks. We just get you with the dragons. None of those have reach. Even if they have the weird spell that turns one of the things into a, what it is, a 3/5 spider or whatever with reach, we could just respond and kill it. So, yeah, that's fine. You get a card. You get a card. Opponent's going through the motions here, but I don't know what they're hoping to find. No blocks. I mean, I guess you just hope we block. I mean, that's a thing too. But even if we blocked, we would have got to deal 3 damage to him because we have a red, a black, and a green permanent even. So even blocking wouldn't have saved him here. Yep. All right. Oh boy. We have all the colors, so I don't want to throw this away. So, yeah. We'll keep it. I don't know what to do with this otherwise. I mean, really, though, we're probably just playing Magda and hoping. I don't really know. We could attack with Magda and then sacrifice Magda to like a Deadly Dispute and then set up a bunch of mana for the following turn also. So that is likely what we're going to end up doing here. If Magda even lives. That's a whole question all its own. And if this is the Monowhite life gain deck, Magda might have a very short life expectancy, but we'll see. Depending on what they play, though, here, we can attack, and they may not even want to block. Oh, they're going to Kabir a takedown of Magda. Okay, cool. That's super unfortunate, but not a lot we can do about it. Alright, we're just going to pass. Good news is we do still have a Dragon's Fire, so we can kill something here. Welcoming Vampire. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill that or not. I feel like the answer is yes. If it's... They're down to 3 cards. I'm willing to get rid of that. And then I'll just reveal one of these to be like, hey, I have this thing I can't cast. Oh, Magda, come on now. We need lands. This deck is not up at all. I just put this together before I started streaming. And unfortunately, since I set up my new setup, I don't have access to Cardboard Live at the moment. Alright, we'll take our 1. We will need this on red at some point in the future. Do we attack knowing we're not going to ult? I mean, this is going to cost us 3. I'm just trying to think, like, what could happen on this turn. Like, if we attack with the Magda, we draw. It's possible we could get, like, Jaspera Sentinel, but then what? You know what I mean? If we attack, that gives us enough to play an Inferno with the Star Mounts next turn. Or do we just want to prevent damage? Man, this is tough. This is really tough. We're at 17, though. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Let the opponent block. It's fine. I feel like this is better for us for future turns. Oh, Arena, I hate you. Well, we didn't draw a Jaspera Sentinel anyway. I was thinking I wanted the green mana open, but it didn't matter. So now I want to draw something to play alongside the Goldspan Dragon, I think. Alright, we're at 14. Opponent did not play a thing. So what I'm thinking here is we could play Goldspan, attack, play Inferno. They'll get rid of the Inferno. Then we could follow with another Inferno the next turn. That seems like a bit much. If I just play... Actually, though, there is a problem. Because if they randomly are playing a sweeper, because some of these decks do, I wouldn't get to recast that. Whereas if I just did this... Oh, okay. Opponent's giving up anyway. Alright. We have a backup Magda when our first one dies. Because that's usually what happens. They see the Magna and they're like, no extra mana for you. And then you play the second Magna and they're like, fine, I hate you. Yeah. And at this point, they only really know we have red and black, so I don't mind that. And it's possible we could set up something where they don't get to kill our Magda next turn. Because I was thinking, like, if they play an Aspirant here, I would still attack in and trade. Yeah, sure. No blocks. Ooh, that's neat. What do we do with that? Because I was gonna play another Magda, but maybe not. This Magda makes a treasure. I was like, you have to block, opponent, right? I was gonna say, it doesn't make sense for you not to. I think I'm gonna hold this Snakeskin Veil because we can block some number of exile creature effects. And then we'll just pass. And then if we're not forced to use it... Oh, crap, I forgot. That's not going to work because they have this silly thing. I mean, we can still Snakeskin Veil. I just can't Dragon's Fire or something. Not without using my treasure. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. So if we're going to do something, we have to do it now? Oh, well. Alright. Just not going to happen. Yeah, we block and probably just get treasure. That's kind of gross. But I think that's what we're doing here. Alright. Ugh. That's not going to do anything for us. Man, this is rough with double of those out. We kind of have to do this now, unfortunately. Let's just kill that. And then see if maybe we could draw a land and play Predator and Magda on our turn. Then we'll have a blocker or something we could sack to the Immersturm Predator. I mean, it's not a great plan. Oh, yeah, now we're dead. Like, there's no way now. Yeah, I played this all wrong. I totally forgot about that first Paladin class, and it wrecked that whole last turn. So this game's totally on me, unfortunately. I mean, I assume you just get the Immersturm Predator. Unless you really don't have a way to deal with Inferno with the Star Mounts, which, great. You know, like, but we're already getting pretty close to dead, because those are going to get pumped up starting next turn, I guess. I can't imagine this goes significantly better for us. Alright, I guess we do this. And this. And then we pass. And sadly have to use all of our treasure to protect Jaspera Sentinel, because that's probably what's going to happen. Now, if we don't, there's a chance we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. Alright, so Jaspera Sentinel would die here. We take 5, go to 8. Magda would just set us back. If we just go from 9 down to 2, what do we get to do here? We get to play Inferno, but then we would only be able to block one thing, so we'd have to tap to protect it next turn. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'd have to draw a land. Alright, no blocks. We're just going to take it, hope to draw a land. If we don't, we're toast. This is bad. Man, alright. Yeah, we just ended up in an ugly situation there. Hand just did nothing. I feel like this one's a keeper. Alright. Mono Black Zombies pilot got second place. That's cool. Who was it? I bet you it was Kuma Guy. If it was Mono Black Zombies. Was he the one that played it? Because he ended up, if I remember right, he also played Mono Black last season. Oh, Simon Gertzen, I think, would have been then if it was the German guy. I'm going to put this on red. Why not? Okay. Next turn, we can play Magda and protect it, so that's good. Opponent's gonna attack. I have a feeling. Do you just have another socialite? Oh, it's that guy. Alright. Nuisance, but I think the plan is kill this dude. Because that could eventually just do more damage to us. And we don't like that. We don't like taking damages. Double dispute. Definitely not what we were looking for. Definitely not what we were looking for. Alright, opponent. What you got? Oh, they're going to use a blood token now. They're already fishing. Okay, your resolves. And we're still passing. Okay, let's see what happens here. I mean, this is the right play. Don't do anything. Just attack. Like, get to play bigger creatures because of your socialite. Oh, they had another one. Fair enough. Alright, not much we can do about it. But they didn't play any mana here, so that's actually pretty key. And it is something to note. Do I want this on black? Probably. There's a possibility that we would want extra black mana, holding on to 2 Deadly Disputes here. And we'll just pass. I feel like maybe there's a world where I could have waited one more turn, but at some point we just got to go for it, especially if the opponent's mana light. And they're sacking 1 mana things just to find mana, so whatever's in their hands is really good here. Another Harvester. Alright. They're making the most out of their little bit of mana. We kind of have the opposite problem. We drew lots of mana, but no threats. Though when we actually get our threats, they're going to be significantly bigger than what our opponent has. Like right now. Oh, that definitely wasn't it. I tried to will it to the top. Apparently I did an awful job of that. If we attack, we get to block with this. I'm gonna sacrifice the thing. Are we just not the aggressor here currently? I think we need at least one more thing to become the aggressor, so let's just pass. We'll just have to be careful, see if we could generate... I mean, I could sack this and be fine. We have a Snakeskin Veil. It only sucks here if they have, like, Soul Shatter or something. And if they do, they do. You know, not much we can do about it. Now, if they play something, I was going to say, that makes another blood token, that would be unfortunate. Alright, so their plan is going to be shoot it for 2 and then sack one of their things? Is that what they're trying to do here? Alright. I'm good with that. Like, sack the small one? Yeah. Now, we can still give this indestructible whenever we're ready, by the way. So, though it would have a minus, it would still not die from the damage that's on it. Alright. I really want to sacrifice this Magda, but I kind of want them to, like, use something else so they don't get to kill the... Oh, actually, until end of turn, though, we have Hexproof. But they could still do it during our upkeep. Oh, gosh. It's a gamble, but I'm in. In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. Let's do it. No guts, no glory. If you got answers, you got answers, opponent. I'm willing to accept the consequences. Like, I know damn well what I'm getting myself into. Ooh, good thing we did that. That's so much mana. So much mana. Okay, they didn't have it. That's good news. That's great news, actually. Ooh. Guess it's a good thing we did that, because that was so many lands that would have went nowhere for us here. Now, if they do make 2 treasure, or 2 blood tokens here, they would be able to kill our Immerstorm Predator, unfortunately. Not a lot we can do about that. A Sorin? Well, we don't like Sorin. That's going to be highly annoying.
I bring order to this broken world.
But yeah, we have our one threat we've drawn kind of staring the opponent in the face, and this is all we've got. So we're living by this hard right now.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Good news is we do get to kill Sorin, so that's nice. Was not expecting that. I'm not even going to sacrifice my Shambling Ghast here. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. I don't hate that, but I definitely don't love it either. Alright, well, we got to dispose of that. That's not even a question. Okay. That also gets our dude a little bit bigger, so they can't really kill him easily with the Harvester here. Blood Vial Purveyor. Oh, no. Though, actually, that's not bad. Yes, please. Give us Blood Vial tokens so I can get rid of these lands. Do it, coward. Do it. Yeah, okay. We'll sack this. Give this a negative. Come on! I need you to hit me! Hit me! Do it. You know you want to. Alright. What do you want to do here for real? I don't really want to waste the Snakeskin Veil. This is whenever we cast a spell, we get a Blood Vial token, right? So, and right now it's just a 5/5, so we could still attack into it. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is a very convoluted way to do all this mess, but I'm gonna do that just so we get the Blood Vial token. Then I'm gonna block here. Take 2. We're gonna kill off this Harvester. We're gonna get rid of one of these. Alright. And then this tramples, so we just have to keep that in mind. And then now the opponent's effectively empty-handed. And we're gonna get to cycle through some mana. Not you, brother, not you. Slow down. Slow your roll. Get rid of Sorin so that doesn't come back. Alright. In the turn. Because right now we can just use the mana from the Goldspan Dragon to sack both of these if we really wanted to. Alright, that thing's coming to get some. Sure. Alright. Is this the opponent just saying they give up? Well, not quite, because we'd only have, what, 7, 11? So we don't quite kill the opponent here. Resolve that. We will double block here. So we'll block. Then I'm going to sack one of these. I guess I should have done it prior to the attack step, because this gets it whenever he attacks, right? Yeah. Oh, well, that's nifty. That does give us the win now. Yeah, okay, we're not discarding this. We will discard that, though. Didn't really matter, I guess. Alright. We attack. Opponent says GG's. And then we give them +1/+1. I mean, GG's to you, opponent. Yep. Trying to GG us. They didn't know we already had it. Well, I'm not going to lie to y'all. That actually worked out better than I was anticipating. And I want to also say that for people who watch it live on stream, this started out as a Reanimator deck. I actually had 3 or 4 big Reanimator spells in there. And then turns out we didn't even need them at all. So I just scrapped them and found room for more versatility, more dragons, and an extra Snakeskin Veil. And now I actually want a 4 Snakeskin Veil. So if you end up not having one of the cards or you need to replace something, consider Snakeskin Veil as one of the options. I think it is very good in this list. So something to think about, mostly because you spend a lot of resources to sometimes get the one big threat you drew, and if you can just protect that threat for an extra turn, sometimes that's all you need. So yeah, put some thought on that. Let me know what you think, but overall it actually worked out great. I think people will really enjoy playing this. If you like an excuse to play dragons, I say go for it. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Ritual of the Machine, which is probably a card a lot of people haven't heard of. I think it was from like Alliances or something way back when. And it's one of the only black cards that lets you steal a creature. Now granted, it requires the sacrifice of a thing because it's a black card, but yeah, it's actually pretty sweet. And it's one of those things that you could probably play in Commander if you needed one and you didn't know it existed. Well, here's a little tip for you. And it's not all that expensive. You should be able to find these still for under $10. So yeah, totally a reasonable card to include in your Commander list and gives you a small upgrade that you may not have known about. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page and to our Twitch stream. So if you want to come watch any of this live or get extra footage of the deck being played, you can go check out those 2 things. Or just come by the Discord. There's going to be a lot of conversations, especially as we step into playing with Alchemy. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything else, stop by. I'd love to see you. The brood's really cool and we got like 500 plus people hanging out, so why not? And remember, if you haven't yet, check out the memberships here on the channel. It's going to be a chance for you to be involved and also have input on what appears on the channel. And finally, if nothing else, if you haven't, please let me know why you haven't. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, share this on your social groups, whatever. Let people know we're over here having a good time and putting up lots of cool decks. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.